Where am I from? How many times do we get asked that question? I think what people are really asking is, why do you look the way that you look? It used to offend me. I was born in Canada, I was brought up in Canada, yet when I say I'm Canadian, you can see that on their face, that's not the answer they were looking for.
So not only do I get asked the question, where are you from? My parents get asked this question very frequently as well. They both moved here when they were in elementary school, so they are very accustomed to the Canadian culture. Even when we go back to India and visit there, we still get asked this question, where are you from? Because although we are Indian and my parents were born in India, they can still tell that we've become accustomed to a different culture, and that's the Canadian one. So when we look at this question, where is the belonging for us?
And as much as I like to think that Canada prides itself to be a multicultural place, I find that sometimes people still feel like I don't belong here. And I think it shows when, especially when people ask me after replying to the question of where are you from, and I say Vancouver, they'll often say, but no, where are you really from? And I think that question frustrates me the most because it implies that I'm not from here.
Really, today, in today's Canada, what does a Canadian look like? We're multi-ethnic, we're multiracial, we're mixed gender, we're everything.
I think that the reason I get asked this question so much is because I'm a person of color, and there's just this stereotype or this belief that if you're from Canada, you must be a person that's Caucasian or have the blonde hair and maybe the blue eyes, but that isn't necessarily always the case.
I've lived in Canada my whole life, and the truth is that being Canadian is about being diverse and being different. No one Canadian is the exact same, and everybody looks different.
I think in the end, all we really want is the opportunity to break down the barriers so that we can get to know each other a little more.
I understand that Canada is a multicultural place and you come across a lot of different people from a lot of different backgrounds. So learning about and asking questions is great, but I think it's important to be wary of who you're asking. I think asking complete strangers can come off a lot more offensive than maybe asking a friend who can understand and who knows that you're not trying to offend them.
So instead of asking somebody, but know where you're actually from, you could just ask them, but what's your background? Because you're actually curious to know more about them and about the individual.